What's up everyone, Anwar Thinks back once again, and today I'm going to tell you the top 10 soccer cards to invest in for £10 or under. And if you're a regular viewer of my videos, you will know that I love prospecting in my videos, but today we're doing something slightly different. We're not going to be talking about rookies, we're not going to be talking about teenagers, we're going to be talking about players with a settled career in soccer who've got true accomplishments to discuss already. Players that in years to come people will look back on as the hobby grows, as it's growing already. If it continues to grow the way we hope it will, the way we expect it to, these are players that people are going to be looking back on and they're going to want a piece of history. So I thought, let's look at patch cards that have sold, the relics as it were, that have sold in the last 3 months for £10 or under. Let's get into it now, shall we? In at number 10, we have got the 34-year-old French centre midfielder, Blaise Matuidi, and he currently plays for Inter Miami, which straight away ties in brilliantly when we're talking about sports cards. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. America dominates the sports card market. Soccer is no exception to that rule. So the fact that he's in MLS right now, the fact that he's playing for Inter Miami, his profile is going to be raising as it continues to grow. His cards will gain more value because he will have more of a name to be more recognisable. More people want a piece of him. As his name grows there, it will have a knock-on effect across the globe. But let's talk about some of his accomplishments. He's won 4 Ligue 1s. He's won 3 French Cups, 4 French League Cups and 5 French Super Cups. Let's add to that 3 Serie A titles, 1 Coppa d'Italia and 1 Supercoppa d'Italia. And if that wasn't enough, let's throw in 1 World Cup with France. This man has won so much already and he's still playing football and he's playing in the market for sports cards. This guy has still got potential at the age of 34. You could have bought his Panini Don Russ Kit Series card for £3.50. That is so much of a bargain, I don't even know where to start. Next up, we've got number 9, the 31-year-old English centre midfielder, Jordan Henderson. We've gone from the home of the sports card hobby in the MLS and in America to the home of football, the Premier League. Jordan Henderson was absolutely panned when he signed for Liverpool. I remember I was at uni at the time and a lot of people were laughing at it thinking, wow, Liverpool, they just wasted all this money. I think it was either that window or the connecting window next to it that they also signed Andy Carroll, and I remember a lot of people saying like, wow, Henderson and Carroll, what a waste of money. Now, Carroll did end up being a bit of a bust. Sorry, Walker, I know you're a massive fan of his, but let's face it, he was. But Henderson, look what he's done. Look at all the stuff he's won with Liverpool. He's won 1 Champions League, 1 Premier League, 2 League Cups, 1 UEFA Super Cup, 1 World Club Cup, and with England got to that Euro 2020 final, which, yes, that vlog of when I went to the Euro 2020 final will eventually be on this channel. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see it, but let's keep talking about Henderson. And that card right there, the Panini Select Triumph, you could have bought it for £6.89. As this hobby grows and more Liverpool fans get into it, they're going to want more pieces of Jordan Henderson. I know I've not mentioned this yet, but there's a lot of these pieces that get made, a lot of these relics that get made, and I know that the value isn't high for a reason because you can sometimes get a lot of them made, especially in one set, but as the years go on, more will go missing, less will be on eBay, and then you can sell yours for profit if that is what you desire. Now, me personally, I collect because I want great pieces in my collection. Jordan Henderson is definitely one of those that I'm after. In at number 8, we've got the 33-year-old German centre-back, Mats Hummels. Another player who is still playing. He is at Borussia Dortmund. Now, what has he won? Let's talk you through it. He's won 5 Bundesligas, 3 German Cups, 6 German Super Cups, and of course 1 World Cup as well. Mats Hummels is a player that when he was in his youth, when I was, again, I've always been a prospector. When I was looking at Mats Hummels at that age, like 18 to 21, I was thinking, this guy, Arsenal should sign him. They should bring him in and he would be a top player, and they never did. Sure, he had his injury problems, but look at all the stuff that he won. If he had signed for Arsenal instead of maybe a Per Mertesacker, who knows what could have happened with Arsenal. Just a few of these decisions, the butterfly effect here and there, things can change. But you never know, they might have ended up with a defender who was constantly injured like Mats Hummels has been at times. But let's talk about this card over here. This is the Panini Don Russ Kit Series card, and you could have bought it for £5.60. This is a World Cup winner right here. Won all that stuff. Played for Bayern Munich. Still plays for Borussia Dortmund. Bounced back and forth between Dortmund, Bayern, back to Dortmund. Players do that. It's a little bit silly, isn't it, how the German league works like that. Anyway, Mats Hummels, one you could have had. Speaking of players that I wanted Arsenal to sign back in the day, number 7 is the 34-year-old French striker Karim Benzema. He didn't go to Arsenal. He signed for Real Madrid, where he is to this day. But I remember there was rumours that Nasri and Benzema at the same time were both going to sign for Arsenal. Now, of course, Nasri did. He ended up playing pretty decently for Arsenal at the beginning, then he moved on to Man City, but his career has absolutely tapered off. Whereas Benzema, he's always been reliable. Even at 34, still reliable and in the thick of it for Real Madrid. Let's talk you through, though, some of the things that he's won. He's won 4 Ligue 1s, 2 French Super Cups, 3 La Ligas, which is pretty mad considering how long he's been in Spain for. He actually won more Ligue 1 titles than he's won La Liga titles, and he's playing for Real Madrid. That just shows how strong Barcelona have been, hasn't it? Let's get back into it. 2 Copa del Rey's, 4 Supercopa de Españas, 4 Champions Leagues. Now, this is the reason why he is included in this. 4 Champions Leagues is absolutely incredible for any player to win. Let's carry on though. 3 UEFA Super Cups, 4 World Club Cups. This is a player with so much of a pedigree behind him and could have been a World Cup winner if it wasn't for a very, very famous fallout with the French team where he was involved in a little bit of a scandal, which I won't go into too much today. But if it wasn't for that, he definitely would have been in this team. He had a very, very public feud with Giroud as well. But this card right here is yet another one that I can't believe it went for this price. So it's the Panini Chronicles Tools of the Trade. Now, there are 500 copies of it, so that of course brings the value down, but this went for £7.33, which, even though there's 500 copies of it, ones will go missing over the years. Ones have probably gone missing already, been destroyed. Someone's left it in a car, someone's thrown it away by accident, someone just didn't fancy it and left it because it had a relatively low value. There's definitely not going to be 500 still around. And it's 2022. Can you imagine in 10 years time, 20 years time, the number of these will get less and less. Of course, they can always keep printing Benzema cards, but this is one for Real Madrid while he's at Real Madrid. Benzema, top striker, and one that you could have got for under 10 quid. And from one Real Madrid player that Arsenal never got to one that they did get. Number 6 is the 33-year-old attacking German midfielder, Mesut Ozil. Now, he signed for Arsenal at a time when Ozil was seen as a top player in the world. Now, his career at Arsenal has kind of sullied his legacy a little bit, let's just say that. He left in not so great circumstances. I think there's actually different reasons why his career kind of fell off a cliff at Arsenal, but again, I'm not going to get into that in this video. It's something political for another day. But he's still playing. He's at Fenerbahce, like I say, he's only 33 years old. Let's go through the stuff that he's won though. So let's just take into consideration his pre-Arsenal career and his Arsenal career. So he won 1 German Cup, 1 La Liga, 1 Copa del Rey and 1 Supercopa de España. Now, at that time when I had gone from Schalke to Real Madrid, Cristiano Ronaldo pointed him out and said, Ozil is the best player in this team besides me. He said, without Ozil, I don't work the way that I do. Obviously, Real Madrid went on to do better things without him, but at the time that he was there, when they were trying to find their feet, when Barcelona were the greatest team in the world, Ronaldo, who was the second best player in the world, let's just say, behind Messi. I know that's arguable, but it's my video, and I'm going to say that. Ronaldo was pointing to Ozil, saying Ozil's the one who makes things work. Now let's look at what he won while he was at Arsenal. 3 FA Cups and 1 Community Shield. Obviously, on top of that, this is before Arsenal, but he's a World Cup winner with Germany, and that is why he gets in this list. Not because he's an Arsenal player, although that does help. But side note, he is the only Arsenal player in this list. What is this card over here though? It is the Panini Chronicles Thread relic card, which sold for £6.79. Ozil is extremely underrated, and it's only because of his perceived work ethic during his time at Arsenal. If you actually look at the numbers, he actually used to run more than Alexis Sanchez when they were there together, because Sanchez is a bit more fiery, a bit more outspoken on the pitch, and he scored more goals. He got a lot more of the plaudits. Obviously, his career was ruined when he went to Manchester United, but hey, that's a story for another day too. In at number 5, we spoke about America dominating the hobby, and this is the only North American player in the list. We have the retired America attacking midfielder Clint Dempsey. Now, the reason why he makes the list isn't actually to do with his specific accomplishments, with his honours as it were, because he only won 1 MLS Cup, 3 Gold Cups, which, listen, when it comes to the entire world of football, this stuff isn't highly regarded. However, what is highly regarded when I'm talking about cards is the American market. Clint Dempsey is one of the greatest players for America of all time. Again, I'm not looking at his stats for America, I'm just purely looking at the level of player that he was, because he was genuinely a top forward, a top attacking player, whether it was attacking midfield, whether it was up front. He was a very good player. And this card over here, well then, this is his Panini Select, which you could have got for £6.99, which for someone who is based in the market, that dominates the market, the United States, this is one that's always going to have more of a value. So even though you could have got it for £6.99, you can definitely see it going up and up in value as the years go on. Number 4 is the 28-year-old French centre-half, Raphael Varane. Now, he plays for Manchester United. He used to play for Real Madrid, so let's just pause right there in the intro. He's played for 2 of the 3 biggest clubs in the world. Listen, I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm more than happy to say that Real Madrid, Barcelona and Manchester United are the 3 biggest clubs in the world. And this guy has played for 2 of those 3 clubs. So straight away, his stock is massively high, because these got mega fans all over the world. To add into that, let's talk a bit about Arsenal. This is another centre-half, back around the same age as Matt Sonner was actually. When Varane was about 18, I thought, come on, Arsenal, if you sign this kid Varane, he will be a class defender. Can you imagine if Arsenal signed Varane and Hummels back in the day? And compare that to some of the stuff that they had, like a Koscielny and a Mertesacker. How much better Varane and Hummels would have been. Anyway, let me talk you through some of the stuff that he has won, because it is just another level. He has won 3 La Ligas, 1 Copa del Rey, 3 Spanish Super Cups, 4 Champions Leagues again. Like Benzema, 4 Champions League. He's 28 years old. Incredible. In theory, he could win even more at Manchester United. I mean, he's not doing though, is he? Because Manchester United at the moment, they can't win a tombola. Anyway, 1 UEFA Super Cup, 4 World Club Cups, and 1 World Cup. And this card right here is his Panini Chronicles Tools of the Trade card, again from when he was at Real Madrid, numbered to 500, so there's plenty of them in the world at the moment, but like I said, as the years go on, that will become less and less. This card sold for £6.58, which I'll be honest with you, that is a super bargain. In at number 3 is the retired Italian centre midfielder Andrea Pirlo. This guy is the hipster's choice, the hipster's flavour, the hipster's saviour, whatever you want to call him. This guy was it. Towards the back end of his career, everyone fell in love with Andrea Pirlo. This guy, not just towards the back end of his career, but he won so much. Let's run you through the numbers again. He won 6 Serie A's, 2 Coppa Italia's, 3 Italian Supercoppas, 2 Champions League, 2 UEFA Super Cups, 1 World Club Cup, and of course, the famous Zidane headbutt game, 1 World Cup. Andrea Pirlo didn't just win it all, he was adored by so many people. And this card over here is the Panini Obsidian Eruption, numbered to 149 and sold for £8.96. If you see his cards going for under a tenner, get onto it, because it ain't gonna be around forever. Number 2 is the most controversial entry in this list. It's the retired Argentinian winger Maxi Rodriguez. Now, if you're familiar with Maxi Rodriguez, or even if you're not, and you're rubbing your chin and you're wondering, Anwar, why are you including Maxi Rodriguez, huh? Well, let me explain. Maxi Rodriguez scored the greatest goal in the history of the FIFA World Cup. It was absolutely incredible, and for that moment alone, he will live on forever. This guy is gonna have name value forever. Not in the majority of the market, but there's always going to be people going back and looking for a little bit of Maxi Rodriguez. Let me talk you through what he achieved in his career. 1 League Cup with Liverpool, which I think he was actually in the same team as Jordan Henderson when he did that. 1 Argentinian League, 2 Uruguayan Leagues, and 1 European Super Cup. So those, in and of themselves, are not very special, but that 1 goal is enough for me to count him as a massive legend, and someone who personally I want a piece of. I'm going to be personally looking for these cards at good prices. But let's tell you about this one right here. This is Panini Obsidian Volcanic Material, numbered to 75, and it's sold for exactly 10 English pounds. It's an absolute beaut, and I definitely want it in my collection. Closing out the list at number 1, it's the 29-year-old German attacking midfielder Mario Gotze. And I know what you're thinking. You're wondering how Mario Gotze gets into number 1 in this list. Now let me explain. Mario Gotze scored the winning goal in the 2014 World Cup final. Now think of that for just 1 second. I didn't say that he scored a goal in the World Cup final, because it's a very small handful of people who scored a goal in a World Cup final. I said he scored the winning goal in a World Cup final. That is an extremely small amount of players, and not just that, it was a 1-0 game. He scored the only goal in that game. He was the difference that day that won Germany the World Cup. What an absolute legacy to leave behind. That will live on forever. It will live on forever. You know, look at Zidane. The 98 World Cup final. Zidane is seen as a legend because he scored 2 goals in that game. He was like one of the world's greatest players, but because he scored 2 goals in that game, in that 3-0 win. Gotze scored it in a 1-0 win. Gotze is an absolute legend. He's still playing. He still plays for PSV. He can still go on and win a few more things. Now, don't get me wrong, he's not had the most glistening career like someone like a Benzema or Raphael Varane, even, who's won a World Cup and 4 Champions League, which is absolutely mega, by the way. Götze's not won that stuff, but he has won a World Cup. He's not won those 4 Champions Leagues. He wish he did. He got to the final once, didn't win it, but Gotze scored that winning goal, and because of that, people love goals. When I do these videos and I talk about goalkeepers, people go, "Oh, don't talk about goalkeepers because we don't like them because they don't score goals." I get it. That's why Gotze is in at number 1 right now, because he scored the goal. The World Cup's once every 4 years. He scored the goal. Let's talk about what he won though. Let's run you through the numbers. 1 World Club Cup, 5 Bundesligas, 4 German Cups, 1 German Super Cup, 1 European Super Cup, and of course, the World Cup itself. That card right there, that is the Panini Obsidian Galaxy Gear, numbered to 75, and it's sold for a measly £5.95. I'll be honest with you, I don't own any of the cards in this video. I've done myself a disservice by telling you guys these cards, because you guys can now look out for them as well and compete with me to try and buy them. But I want to do these videos. I want to tell you the cards that I think are the best ones, even before I buy them. There we have it. That is your top 10 soccer cards for you to invest in 2022 for £10 or under. Did you enjoy this video? If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button down below. I would also love to hear your opinions on this video in the comment section down below. Did you like that I didn't prospect this time and that I went for players with more of a solid career behind them, true accomplishments, true achievements, honours on honours on honours? What did you think of that? Hit me down there. Also, if you liked this and you do want to see more of it, I would really appreciate if you hit the subscribe button down below. And if you want to ding that notification bell, that way, every time I make a video, you will be the first person who hears about it. And with that, I am out. Thank you very, very much for watching.